This week on Pocket Wellness, Trish dives deeper into polyvagal theory. She breaks down the difference between the ventral vagal from the dorsal vagal and what is actually happening within your physical body that is related to going into a freeze state. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Wellness Empowerment Project. I'm Trish.
And I'm Julie. We are two nurses exploring holistic healing and wellness practices to empower you to be the leader of your own health. Join us as we try out new things, or as we call it, weird shit, and have some fun along the way.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Pocket Wellness. This is Trish, and we are having our conversation of our nervous system. We have been talking a lot about our nervous system because it's so important to learn how our body is functioning. We are more than just motor system, focusing on our heart rate and our blood pressure and keeping our organs functioning. We are primarily a sensory system, taking in the information from the outside world, but also we have to be able to interpret and take in the information from our own body, our inside world, our own interpretation system. Going back to a big part of our conversation has been talking about polyvagal theory with Dr. Stephen Ford. But to take a brief step back, our nervous system or the autonomic nervous system is split into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic, we hear of as that fight or flight response. We talked about sympathetic in depth in the last Pocket Wellness, and I'm lucky coming up for you if you're in that state. Parasympathetic has typically been looked at as rest and digest. Even though that's accurate, it's not as in-depth as it can be. The theory is based on the fact that the parasympathetic nervous system primarily has the vagus nerve is functioning throughout that system. There are many parts of the vagus nerve, as in it starts from our brain and can go all the way down to our lower back. It hits every single organ in between, our face, jaw, our stomach, our heart. But there's two portions of that. We have our ventral vagus, which is myelinated. That basically means it can respond very quickly, very smart. This portion is going above our diaphragm or our heart area and goes up through the muscles of the face. It's also seen as being a big part of our social engagement system, which helps us relate to each and every one of us. This helps provide resilience and regulation for our own health. This is also the area that could be referred to as the vagal brake. The brake is almost like the brake on a car. If we're not able to have that vagal brake come through when we need to, i.e. we start to feel unsafe, and that brake is coming in to help regulate us, that's when we start to develop different compensation strategies. The compensation strategy can be the kind that we go into this related state. The other portion of the nerve is the dorsal vagus, and this portion is unmyelinated. It acts a little slower and it's not as accurate. This is the portion that goes all the way down to your stomach area. There are times that you may not be in any real danger, but it will respond in a not so subtle way. That's why it's sometimes called the dumb vagus, whereas the ventral vagus is the smart vagus. In the vagus, the dorsal vagus portion, this is where you start to explore your third line of defense. We have our ventral vagus, which you could say is our optimal state. Second line of defense, you're going into the sympathetic system. The third line of defense is we're hitting our dorsal system. It's here that you start to hear terms like disassociation, shutdown, and freeze. This is where people start to feel flat and maybe depressed. This is where you start to lose muscle tone, they lump. This is actually where fainting or collapse actually happen if you get in that deep of a state. I want to start with the shutdown collapse. And also there's some association in here. This is more what I call a pure dorsal state. There's very low sympathetic activation. What that means is that you don't really have a lot of energy to move forward. is where you could actually set the shutdown. What can happen? You may just hang very flat, loose. There's really no tone. Your heart rate and your blood pressure, your temperature may even drop, and this is why it can occur. You may be unable to speak, or it also could be that your thoughts are just so vague, you're not truly able to express what you technically are. The information, the sensory information, in particular from your body, isn't able to reach the brain. So you don't really have this awareness of the internal and the external world. This portion, the insula, that's interpreting the information and bringing the information from our body to our brain and our brain then to our body. When it's in this state, it's just not able to help interpret and bring information forward. This is where the term disassociation comes from, because your brain and your head is very separate from the body. You may feel spaced out, your mind may even blank, difficulty concentrating, your breathing may feel very constricted, you're holding your breath. Overall, just feel exhausted, energetically depleted. Your tone in the way you speak, very flat and monotone, or you may be able to do is give some head nod. But overall, you feel very detached, apathetic, and very hopeless. This really looks like a blank stare off at someone's eyes. Now, I also want to talk about breathe. A lot of people talk about the breathe state and they combine it with the dorsal and with the shutdown. But there are differences in there. In breathe mode, there is more of this dorsal state, but there is still also this high pathetic activation. I like to think of breathe is that there is this dorsal and sympathetic that have eventually come to a head. Where if they come to a head, nothing can move, and that's why we have breathe portion. The muscles are tense. You have energy, but you just can't release it through the movement. You may be very grateful and guarding yourself. Your heart rate and your blood pressure increase. That's unique difference. That's showing that there is a sympathetic activation. You may feel like you're stuck, like you can't move, like you're intimate, but yet are ready to move. Your body is ready to move into sympathetic fight or flight when that threat passes. In this state, your eyes are wide open, almost like the doe eye of a deer. When you're in a state like breathe that is carrying the dorsal and the sympathetic, you focus more on the dorsal because it's that third line of defense. You need to move out of that dorsal, bring yourself into sympathetic, then bring yourself back to the ventral vagal state, that state of connection, that state where you feel fully relaxed and alert. You're able to think clearly and plan future. Let us know if this resonates with you. Have you experienced any of these states before? What did you notice in your body and how did you feel? Do you feel like you're stuck in this state? Because if you experience lots of stress and trauma, your body essentially can reset itself. You could reset your state being in sympathetic fight or flight, but also over time, you could reset your state that you are functioning in the dorsal state for an extended period of time. On our next Pocket Wellness, we're going to talk about some things we can do to help start bringing our whole back to ventral safety. Thank you so much for listening to today's Pocket Wellness, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow, subscribe, and share with a friend. Want to learn more about a specific topic? Drop us a line on our website and we can explore it deeper with you.